All right, everyone. Welcome to M2 Phenom Training. I'm Coach V, your M2 Phenom trainer. Here's a rundown of our training. We're going to go through some frequently asked questions. Then I'll do a brief walkthrough of the actual software. Then if you have any questions, you can go ahead and raise your hand by clicking the reaction button at the bottom. All right, let's get into it. So question number 1. Do my letters need to be printed in color? Black ink is just fine. They do not have to be printed in color. And you can also print on double sides. Do I need to staple my letters together? You do not need to staple your letters together. They can, keep them as is. Do I mail my letters all together? You do not mail them all together. You're going to mail your letters in their separate envelopes in the event that you are mailing out your letters yourself. Do not put all of your letters in one big envelope. Mail them separately in their number sequence. Do I mail my letters certified mail? You do not have to mail your letter certified. It is optional. You're only getting, when you mail your letter certified, you are getting a notification that the letters have actually been received by the bureaus, but they're not letting you know when they actually been processed. What credit monitoring services can I use? So we have 4 options. My Free Score Now, which is recommended, Identity IQ, Smart Credit, and My Score IQ. When will I see results? Try not to judge any of your results till after your 4th round of letters have been sent out. How often are our trainings? Our trainings are held Monday and Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard and 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Eastern Standard on Saturday. In the event that any of that information changes, you can go ahead and find out the information in the Facebook group. We'll be dropping that information in the Facebook group in regards to if anything has been changed. How will I get a link to the training for the trainings? The trainings links will always be dropped in the Facebook group an hour before the training starts. Okay. And either in the Phenom Facebook group or the DTD Mentorship Facebook group. They'll be dropped an hour before the training starts. You posted a question in the Facebook group, but you don't see it posted. Give us at least 24 hours to be able to post that information to the Facebook group. Get it approved and all that good stuff. How can I purchase more GAs or general attack? So in order for you to purchase more GAs in the event that you've utilized all your GAs in your subscription, you literally click the GA button, purchase GA button, and you can go ahead and purchase there. Now with the GAs, keep in mind they are $40 a piece. And if you purchase them 10 or more, you can get them at a discounted price. How can I upgrade or downgrade my subscription? Literally click in the subscription tab. Click the subscription that you desire to upgrade or downgrade to, but just keep in mind that whatever subscription that you upgrade or downgrade to, you'll be paying that actual cost. So, for example, if you're going to upgrade to the platinum package, which is $297 a month, what you're going to then do is be charged $297. How can I locate my letters that have been generated? So you're going to click in the work area tab and input the name for that specific name that you're looking for, and you should be able to see those letters that have been generated. Now, if you only see one letter that has been generated, you'll literally click on that specific name, and every letter that you have generated prior to the specific date should populate onto the screen. How do I pay for the software to mail my letters for me? Simply click the Documents Destination tab prior to you generating your letters. Now, keep in mind, this is a service that must be paid if you are going to utilize it, okay? This is a service that it must be paid. It is not included in your subscription. So note this, if you are searching or wanting for the PAMS members to print and mail out your letters for you, you're going to receive your invoice in your email. Allow them at least 24 hours to send that invoice to you, okay? Once you receive that invoice, we encourage you to pay that invoice immediately to keep the time frame of you sending out your letters every 30 to 35 days, okay? So if you're going to utilize the PAMS member, one, you're going to receive an email in your whatever email you decided or selected within 24 hours. Once you receive that email, be sure to pay that invoice so that you can stay on time with mailing out your letters. Okay. So again, be sure to pay that invoice. It's going to be sent to your email. This is a separate cost outside of your subscription. How many GAs do I use each round? So you use only 1 GA per round per client. Okay. So each time that you click that generate letters button, that is a GA being used. So again, there's only 1 GA being used per round per client. But if you do go back and generate a letter for that client, again, that will be 2 GAs for that same round or month. All right. What are GAs? GAs stand for general attacks. These are the letters that are created to attack the problematic accounts reporting on your credit report. Do I need to attach a copy of my ID, social security card, and address verification? Yes, yes, and yes. Please include an image of all 3 documents, okay? Do not put them up, do not attempt to upload them as a PDF. They must be an image in order for them to show up on your generated letters. Okay, so you must have all 3 documents. In the event that your ID and your address verification doc does not match, that is fine. Please include both, okay? So you need to have the current address listed there and then the ID to be able to identify who you are. How often do I send out a round of attacks? So you're going to send out a round of attacks every 30 to 35 days. Do not deviate from this time frame. So if you receive a stall letter, if you receive results, if you haven't received results at all, continue to send out your letters every 30 to 35 days. Do I remove the positive accounts listed on my credit report in the system? You do not. The system is AI and it's able to determine the accounts that are positive and the accounts that are negative based off of the information that was collected from your credit report. Do I need to check the green box? So this is optional. When checking the green box for your specific problematic categories, you're making your letters more effective. So if you want to have more effective letters, you need to go ahead and select that green box. I'm having trouble with logging into my M2 PHENOM portal. Be sure that the login credentials that you are attempting to use to get into the software are the ones that you created initially. If they are not the same, the software will not allow you access. In the event that this does happen, you will then need to send an email to support requesting that information or a reset, okay? Why isn't indemnity showing up on my attack list with the diamond package subscription? So in order for this option to be available to you, you must be utilizing the Epic Pro report, which is through My Free Score Now. This is not an extra cost for the software for My Free Score Now, but in order for you to be able to utilize the most aggressive attack that we have, which is located in the diamond package subscription, you must be utilizing the Epic Pro report, which is through My Free Score Now. What attack type do I use on my second round? So you will follow the number 1 through 4 sequence. For example, if you're utilizing the silver package and you use phenomenal, which is the most aggressive attack type within the silver package, you're going to go phenomenal 1 for your first round, phenomenal 2 for your second round, phenomenal 3 for your third, and so on, okay? When you stick within this number sequence, you're making your letters more and more aggressive and within the verbiage every time you increase the number. I have GAs in my PHENOM software, but I cannot use them. You must have an active subscription within the M2 PHENOM software to be able to utilize your GAs. If your subscription is not active, you will not have access to utilize those GAs, okay? So please do not accidentally or purposely cancel your subscription. In the event that you do either of the two, you would have to go in, purchase your subscription again to be able to reactivate, because we have no way to reactivate your subscription. Okay, so again, do not accidentally or purposely click that cancel subscription button. In the event that you do, you will have to go in and purchase your subscription again, so that you would then have access to those GAs and be able to utilize the software. But keep in mind, those GAs do not go away. They will stay there in your portal, but you will not be able to access them if your account is not active. What subscription should I pick? You should pick the subscription plan that is affordable for you. What am I paying a monthly subscription for? Access to the work area to generate your letters and access to the GAs or general attacks that are included in your subscription. I have generated my letters or my attack letters and I selected a PAMS member. What is the next step? So you will receive an invoice in your email to make a payment. Once that invoice is paid, your letters will be printed and mailed out for you. Again, you guys, with this service, it is a service that is a charge outside of your subscription. Okay, so be sure that you pay that invoice. In the event that you view that invoice and you're not going to pay it, just simply send an email back to that PAMS member to let them know that you will not be utilizing the service. Okay, this is fine. You can do this option. So if you select the PAMS member, allow at least 24 hours to receive that email, pay that invoice, and then your letters will be print and mailed out for you. In the event that you do not want to go ahead and honor that invoice and you're going to mail out the letters yourself, just inform that PAMS member. Let them know that you will go ahead and mail out your letters yourself. That way they'll be able to cancel that invoice. All right. The status of my letter is reading printed and awaiting payment, or printed and process pause. What does this mean? So printed and awaiting payment means your invoice has not been paid yet. Again, if you're not going to utilize that PAMS service, be sure that you send an email back notifying them that you will not be utilizing that service. If your invoice or your status says printed and process pause, this means that there's letters, two set of letters that have been generated, and the PAMS member only charged you for one set. What is the difference between attack types? So the higher the subscription, the more attack types you have access to, and the more effective and aggressive the attack types are. So the incentive of you having a higher package is you get access to the more aggressive attacks. Now, keep in mind, with all of the attacks, the 6 attack types that you have access to if you are a diamond package subscriber, all of the attack types work regardless of what type of negative account you have reporting on the credit report. So be it a late payment, eviction, repossession, student loan late, medical bill reporting, anything that's negatively affecting the credit, all of the attack types work. There's no specific attack type for any problematic account. Now, here are our PHENOM attack type and subscriptions. We have our silver package. It's $147 a month. You get 4 GAs monthly. The attack types that you have access to are phenomenal, power, and dominate. Now, keep in mind, phenomenal is the most aggressive attack type in this package. And also, too, your GAs will roll over. So in the event that you have not utilized all your GAs for that month, they will roll over and you'll be able to have access to utilize them for the next month and going forward, as long as you have an active subscription. Next, we have our gold package, which is $197 a month. You get 8 GAs monthly. The added attack type you have access to is DTD-MG, Dominate the Decade Mentorship Group. That is the more aggressive attack type within this package. Next, we have our platinum package. It's $297 a month. We get 17 GAs monthly. The added attack type is opulence. Opulence is the more aggressive attack type within this package. Next, we have our diamond package, which is $397 a month. You get 30 GAs monthly. The added attack type is indemnity. Indemnity is the most aggressive attack type within this package. And you only have access to indemnity when you are utilizing your Epic Pro report. Now, in the event that anybody has any questions, concerns, or issues when it comes to the actual PHENOM software, you can send us an email to support@m2phenom.com. Allow us at least 24 hours to respond to your email and provide us with a detailed description of what you are experiencing, as well as your login credentials, so that our PHENOM support team can review your account in the event that we need to, okay? So allow us at least 24 hours to respond, send an email, and make sure it's a detailed email along with your login credentials in the event that we need to review your account. All right. So let's go ahead and stop sharing here, and let's go ahead and do a walkthrough of the actual software. All right, here's your PHENOM dashboard. This is the actual software. What you'll see here, located here, is your name, your username, the email that you utilize to set up your account, how many GAs you have access to, ways to purchase more GAs, and your subscription plan purchases. We'll go ahead and click subscription plan so we can kind of dive into that. So in your subscription plan area, again, you have those 4 subscriptions, okay? Keep in mind or pay attention that you have 2 buy options. You have the option to be charged monthly and the option to be charged annually. So depending on what option you prefer to be charged by, go ahead and select that buy option, okay? So just wanted to make sure that we understood that. There's 2 buy options for each plan, and it's a monthly charge and an annual charge, okay? Let's go back to our dashboard. You also have an audio here to listen to show you or explain to you exactly what you need to do to be able to be successful within the software. You have a link here. This link is for any of our credit repair organizations. So you can have this link sent to your clients. They can complete this information here as far as their personal information, upload their identification docs. And then once they click save, their information will populate onto your managed client tab. Okay. You also have a way for you to purchase your subscription, your credit report subscription with MyFreeScore Now. This also gives you access to the Epic Pro report. Up here is to letting you know when your subscription will end and when you will be charged again for your subscription. All right. Next, we want to focus on our PHENOM Learning Center. In our PHENOM Learning Center, there's a way for you to join our Facebook group. Our frequently asked questions are listed there, and a way to show you how to import your MyFreeScore Now credit report. In this PHENOM Learning Center, there's a number of videos here to show you how to utilize the software. You have a video to show you how to create a profile before generating your letters, how to one-click import your MyFreeScore Now credit report, how to retrieve and upload your smart credit report, how to upload your Identity IQ credit report, understanding the red, green, and blue boxes, how to generate an attack, PHENOM best practices, how to access attacks previously generated, how to upgrade or cancel your subscription, and what are PHENOM general attacks and subscription plans. So you have a number of videos here to show you how to utilize the software. Watch them as often as possible to ensure that you understand how to utilize the software. All right. Now that we have gone through that, in order for us to attack anything that's negatively affecting our credit report, we have to input ourselves as a client or input our clients into the software. How you would do that is go to Manage Clients. Now your screen will not look like this. Okay, it will not have this list of information here. In order for you to add yourself as a client, you're going to click Add Client. You'll input all your information here. You'll go here to this area to import your credit report. Remember, we have those 4 options: MyFreeScore Now, Smart Credit, MyScore IQ, Identity IQ. For MyFreeScore Now, all you need is your login credentials for this software, for the MyFreeScore Now account, which usually is your email and whatever password you established. You're not going to change this because you want both MyFreeScore Now default report and Epic Pro report to populate or to save into the software. That's all you have to do for MyFreeScore Now, nothing else. For the other 3 options, you do have to retrieve that HTML. There are videos on how to do the smart credit, and Identity IQ and MyScore IQ have the same process to collect that HTML. Once you have collected that HTML, you will then copy and paste it here. That's all you have to do. Now, in order for you to upload the images of your identification docs, you will load them here. Your driver's license goes here. Social Security card, first page of that tax doc. If you do not have your Social Security card, or a passport or green card, can go here. You also have your utility bill or your address verification doc goes here. Utility bill, first page of bank statement, car note, medical bill, whatever you have that has your current name and current address listed there, you can upload it here. There's 3 other options or 3 other uploadable tabs that you can go ahead and utilize in the event that you have more docs that you want to upload. Then you will click Save, and your information should have been recorded as such. All the information has been collected or inputted here. That credit monitoring site should look like this. So you should have the MyFreeScore Now default report and the Epic Pro report showing here. Okay. Next, you want to be sure that you upload your documents, your identification documents, and they must be an image. They cannot be a PDF. And they should look very clear and professional looking like this. All right. Now that we have uploaded ourselves or our clients into the software, we can now start attacking our credit report. How you would do that is you will go to the work area. Every time that you're generating an attack, you're always going to go to the work area and you're going to go to the attack area. If you have anything listed here, these are the previously generated attacks. Okay. With the previous generated attacks, remember, in order for you to see all of the attacks that you have generated prior to this date, you're going to actually click on your name. Every letter that you have generated prior to are going to show here up on the screen. But in order for us to attack a new attack every month, we're going to go to the attack area. Once we click in the attack area, we're going to select the client. You see, we already have access to indemnity, which is the most aggressive attack type within the Diamond Package subscription. Excuse me. Here, you do not have to check anything. If you have access to the Epic Pro report, it's going to already populate automatically onto the screen. Okay. So we're going to use indemnity. And because this is our first round of attacks, we're going to go with indemnity 1. Now that red, green, and blue box populates onto the screen. Very self-explanatory. Red means you do not want to attack any specific categories. So say, for instance, you have inquiries listed on the credit report, but you do not want them to be attacked. You're going to check in red. If you do have inquiries on your credit report, or if you don't have any inquiries on your credit report, you do not have to click the red tab or the red checkbox. Okay. Green means that you want to attack these separately. Remember, this is the most effective attack type, or the most effective approach. Okay. Separately means there's going to be a separate set of letters that will be generated. This is still only one GA being used, but this is going to be a separate set of letters that are going to be generated based off of the category that you have selected. Blue means you're going to attack the items combined all together. Nothing's going to be separated. So in the event, in order for us to calculate this, keep in mind that everything checked in the blue box totals a number of 6. You do not count each checked blue box. All of the blue boxes total a number of 6. In the green boxes, you do count each green box, which equals 3. As you see, we have 2 green check boxes. So this is how we count this. In total, this is 6, 9, 12 letters that can be generated. We'll then change that number down here to 12. As you can see, there's no 12, so we're going to go with a higher number. The second box we can leave at default, letting the software generate the letters or the information as such. The third box at default as well. Your last box, put it at 0. Okay. We'll then go to next. Let the report analyze. There's nothing that you have to do right now. Just allow the software to analyze that report. Now, there may be a box that populates onto the screen that says, please verify creditor address for the following content boxes. And there's going to be some numbers there. Now, with those numbers, that's fine. All we need to do is click OK. This is just basically letting you know that the software did not recognize how those bureaus labeled that information. You need to go and prompt it. Okay. Now, you do not need to check anything in this area, but down here in this area, if you want your letters to be mailed and print out for you, you're going to click in the Documents Destination tab prior to you generating your letters. So we click in the Documents Destination tab. You see we have our option, Brent Bradford. We're going to go ahead and check that option. You're going to need to complete all of the required areas. Now, again, when you complete those required areas within 24 hours, you should receive an invoice that you must pay if you want to utilize this software. Again, if you do not want to utilize the the PAMS member to have them print and mail out your letters for you, then you can simply send an email letting them know that you will not be utilizing this service and that you will print and mail out your letters yourself. Okay, but be sure to complete the required areas and then you will click continue. The next area down here in this, you need to go ahead and check in the include all three bureaus. As you can see, include all three bureaus. Note, this is the most effective compliance-based approach. It is recommended. So we'll check there. That is all you need to do up here in this area, nothing else. Next, to ensure that your information has been collected correctly, you see this blue arrow down here to the bottom right. You're going to hover over it and it will show you the accounts that are being attacked. Now, the numbers are color coded. If you hover over the numbers, it'll tell you exactly what they stand for. Personal information is this purple. Orange is a public record. Brown is a bad inquiry. This green is a best inquiry. This green is a good inquiry. These are positive accounts. Now, keep in mind, even though you see these listed here, they will not be attacked. This is just informing you of what has been collected from the credit report. Next, we have our delinquents in this purple, derogatory in blue. Red is a charge off. And if you see any other color, you can literally hover over it and it'll tell you exactly what it stands for. Now for our blinking numbers, this report has a bankruptcy. So what we're going to do is go ahead and click number 2 to establish where we want those letters to be sent out. Now for bankruptcy, you want your letters to be sent out to the BK court. How you can do that is select in this area where it says, please select. You get this drop down menu and we're going to locate the US BK court. Here it is. We'll select that. Now, in order for a letter to be generated to be sent to the BK court, we need to change this area here. Okay, where my arrow is circling around. We'll click there and switch it from data furnisher, use whatever attack type you're utilizing, general template letter. Next, we want to send a letter to the secondary bureaus. If you want to be informed of what the secondary bureaus house, what you will need to do is look in the Facebook group, locate the cheat sheet in the file section of the Facebook group, download or copy that document so that you can be able to have access to what that information is, okay? That has all of the secondary bureaus and what accounts they report on. So for our BK, we want to include Innovis, LexisNexis, LexisNexis RDM, LexisNexis Privacy Information Manager, CoreLogic, Clarity Services, the first one, Advanced Resolution, LCI. I'll go over them again. Innovis, LexisNexis, LexisNexis RDM, LexisNexis Privacy Information Manager, CoreLogic, Clarity Services, Advanced Resolution Services, and LCI. Yes, Bradley, all of them count to 1 GA. That is all you need to do in this area. Now to establish those blinking numbers, if you are having letters sent out to your data furnishers, you simply click on that number 12 or that one that's blinking. And for you to be able to locate where that data furnisher is, that information is located here. First saving. Now to establish that over here and to have a letter be sent to that creditor or that data furnisher, you'll click here in this area and locate first saving. As you can see, it says first saving bank Blaze, and that is why the software did not recognize how that bureau labeled it. You see that address is also the same as listed right next to it. Okay, so we'll go ahead and select there, and you can see number 12 is no longer blinking. This is all that you need to do for this report. You don't have to do anything else. Just keep in mind, each content box does have its own area where you can select the data furnisher as well as send letters or have letters generated for those secondaries as well. That's all you need to do. We can go back up to the top and click generate for those letters to be generated. Now keep in mind, once you click that generate letters button, if you did select a PAMS member, a set of letters will be sent to Brent and a set of letters will be saved in your work area for you to be able to reference later. Keep in mind, you will receive that invoice within 24 hours. Be sure to either pay that invoice or inform that PAMS member that you will not be utilizing that service and that you will be mailing out your letters yourself. Either way is fine. Either you can utilize the soft or the service, or let them know that you will not be utilizing the service and that you're going to be paying, that you're going to be mailing out your letters yourself. Okay, so let's see example of what a letter looks like. All right, this is an example of a letter. Your information is located here, where that letter is being mailed to, the verbiage that is included in the letter. And as you can see, I didn't have to do anything. I literally just click generate and everything has been done for me. Here's your identification documents. Social, very clean and professional looking. If you know how to crop out, I suggest cropping out a lot of the background. Okay. In order for you to be able to retrieve those letters again, you'll go to your work area, and if you have generated any letters, it'll show up here in this work area. If you generated letters prior to the date that you generated, you literally can click that specific name and all of the letters will populate onto your screen. Now, if anybody has any questions, go ahead and click that reaction button at the bottom and raise your hand, and we'll answer any questions that you may have. Wow, no questions? Go ahead and click the reaction button at the bottom, and when you raise your hand, I'll be able to pull you up to the screen. See the reaction bottom, it has a little face, happy face, plus sign. You have to press unmute, owner.
Hey, you don't want to ask a question, but I don't have a question.
Okay, you're unmuted.
Yeah, okay. So the question is, how do we know when to do our second attack?
30 to 35 days. So whenever you say, for instance, today is, what is today, the 17th? So you're going to generate your next set of letters on the 17th of August.
So the weekend doesn't count. I mean, the weekend actually counts.
We count the weekends as well.
Okay. All right. All right.
So 30 days, don't wait on no response like this.
Nope. Like I said in the beginning, if you receive a response, if you haven't received a response, if you receive a stall letter, still stay consistent with sending out your letters every 30 to 35 days.
All right. Thank you.
Yep.
All right.
All right, Janelle. And if anybody is interested in any one-on-one, I'm going to drop that link here in the chat. And one-on-one sessions will be with me, so you can go ahead and, schedule those. There it is.
Yeah, I just had a question if there were one-on-one instructions, like written steps.
Written steps in regards to what we just went over?
Yes.
No, just only videos.
Okay.
That's all you had, Janelle?
That's it.
Okay. Salima?
Hi. I typed it in the chat, but I don't think that's clear. So when I do my letters, I always correct what's in the blinking area and I update the data furnishers.
Mm-hmm.
But when I generate my letters, I don't see anything being addressed to those data furnishers. I only get the 3 major bureaus. Am I doing something wrong?
No, you're not doing anything wrong. In the area where you have the red, green, and blue boxes, what are you labeling? If you want to have letters sent to that area or those data furnishers, you would have to establish that.
Can you show me what you mean? Because I saw what you did for the bankruptcy. Is that what should happen again?
So if you want letters to be sent out to those data furnishers, you would have to change or include this here. So you could either leave it at unlimited, you could put it at default.
Okay.
I've instructed 0 because it does prompt you, or you will be generating more letters. And if,
Okay.
yeah, so,
Yeah, I think for me, because I'm at like round 3 and I'm getting a lot of pushback. So I think maybe if I break it up, it might be more effective.
mhm. And remember, do
Like
not
it,
judge any results till after your 4th round has been sent out.
okay.
Yeah, so just keep that in mind. But if you do want to have letters sent to those data furnishers or those creditors, you will establish
Wait,
that number, and you can say,
to wait till round 5,
yeah,
basically.
yep, wait till around about round 5.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Any other questions? There we go. Okay. Here we go.
It's me again.
All right.
So yeah, the one-on-one link you have put it up. So can I go back and get it after the recording?
So this recording is going to be dropped in the actual Facebook group. So everybody will be able to see that tomorrow. If you want to
Okay.
have any one-on-one sessions with myself, just you and I, then that's what that link is for you to go ahead and schedule some one-on-one sessions.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome.
All right.
All right, Nola. Long time. Where you been, girl?
I've been doing okay, but I'm having some questions. So hope all has been well.
Yes. Hope all's well for yourself as well.
Thank you. So you said don't send to the data finishers until round 5.
No, I didn't say that. I was just letting I said don't not judge any results till
Oh,
your 4th round. Yeah, but if you remember, this is your process. We only provide you with steps on how to utilize the software. But if you want to have letters sent to the data furnishers, that's what I was saying, to go ahead and select that information in the box that I was showing on that red, green, and blue box area.
uh-huh.
Yeah, just establish that information there.
So since I've started, I've got my bankruptcy removed from TransUnion.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I am still working on the other 2. So I just wanted to confirm with you again which data furnishers I should be selecting, because I do get confused on which ones, because there's so many like Innovis.
Oh, those are the secondaries.
The secondaries. If you could go over and tell me exactly which ones I'm supposed to send to again,
Okay.
because I have different addresses for the same companies.
Okay. So for the secondaries, it's going to be Innovis, LexisNexis, and let me go through it. Why? LexisNexis RDM. Let me go to it. Okay, here we go.
Okay, yeah, because I want to know which one's the second one or the. So okay, can you go back? The TransUnion is the first one, Equifax the first one. Those are all pre-selected normally, aren't they?
Correct. Yep, they're already
Okay.
pre-selected. Yeah. Then for the secondaries, you picked Innovis, the first one,
Okay.
LexisNexis,
Okay.
LexisNexis RDM, then LexisNexis Privacy Information Manager, CoreLogic, Clarity Services, the first one. And this is the ad. Let's see if the address populates. The Allen, Texas address,
Yep.
Advanced Resolution, and the LCI.
Okay. Perfect. And if I have a client, this has been asked before, so I apologize. A client that's already working with a company, letters been sent out. Do we wait that 30 days?
Yes, ma'am. Wait the 30 days, because if you send anything any sooner, that client is going to receive a letter from the bureaus basically stating they already have an investigation going on with those disputes, and they can't open up another one. So they're not even going to review or honor your disputes.
Okay. Perfect. That was my question. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right. Does anybody else have any questions? Let's see. We need to send letters to the secondaries. That is your option or your choice. All we provide is the file section. You can go check those that information there, and then you can determine based off of what type of account you have on your credit report if you want to include that secondary bureau. It's not something that's required. It's just an option for you to do. Sending letters to the 3 main is just fine as well. I couldn't tell, but was earlier warning systems on the list of secondary? I couldn't tell. Let's see, where are you at? I'm not understanding your question or what you're saying, so I'm gonna unmute you so that you can come up, Black LLC, and state your question or comment.
Can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm in the car, but I was wondering, I didn't see it on the list. When you were going down the list, I didn't see it as one of the secondary bureaus. So I was wondering if it was an option.
And what was that option for? Early warning, so check system?
I think it's early warning systems, EWS.
No, it's not listed there. And if you do have that information and you want letters to be generated for that specific one, you can literally put the information here in this address bar. And then once you generate your letters, a letter will be sent to them as well. Or generated, a letter will be created so that you can send to them as well.
Okay, got it. Thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. Another thing I wanted to show you guys too, let me see, is if you, so we had a couple of clients or excuse me, users that were interested or needing to add something in regards to check systems. You can do that by adding another content box. So when we click add another content box, we'll do that and it will show up at the bottom of the screen, right? Let me go down to the bottom. Okay, so that's the last one for that. If we keep going, that content box that we just added is going to show up here, right? So if you have a image from check systems or early warning systems, or wherever you need to possibly have something generated for, you can literally upload that image here. So remember, everything that you upload into the software has to be an image. You can upload that image here. You can include where you want those letters to be sent to, i.e., let's say check systems, right? You see check systems listed here. You're going to click check systems. That image is going to be uploaded here. And then when you go up to the top to generate your letters, a letter will also be generated based off of that image that was uploaded into the software and generated to be sent to the check systems as well. Okay, so that's an option for you as well. All right, G Woods. Let's see. Salima, are you raising your hand again? I don't know if I put it down.
Yes, I have one more question.
Okay, go ahead.
I think TransUnion has my name wrong, right?
Uh-huh.
And is there a way in the system to adjust that? Like,
And
I know it kind of blinks as an inconsistency.
in the
I don't know
software,
exactly how to, yeah. Like
Yeah,
it said, like my name comes up Levy and the other two bureaus, but my first married name comes up in TransUnion, and it gives my scores a real, like, I think that's one of the things that comes out in my free score now. It shows like major discrepancy.
Gotcha. So what I would suggest is that you select for personal identifier information for a separate letter to be attacked there. So what's going to happen is it's going to be a letter that's going to be generated specifically with how your name should be listed, and then showing how it's listed incorrectly. And then it'll attack so that information can be updated, as well as the address. All that's in any information that's personally connected to you will be listed on there. And if it's correct or if it's incorrect, it's going to be shown there. So
there's nothing additionally you think I should put in with the letter, because our verbiage doesn't speak to that.
Yeah, no, there's nothing, anything else that you need to add extra, unless only thing is your identification doc, your address verification doc, and then selecting green for a specific letter to be generated only with your personal identifier information, and then it should generate letters, and then you'll be able to send those in to have that attack.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Yep, you're welcome. All right, is there anybody else that has any other questions? Again, this recording will be posted in the Facebook group tomorrow. And then just to emphasize on that PAM service again, you guys, if you're going to utilize a PAM service and you see the invoice is always going to be emailed to you. Okay, and then when you see that invoice, either pay it or respond to that email and let that PAMS member know that you will not be utilizing the software. That way, you know, they can update their information on their side. Okay, so if you are going to utilize the PAMS member, allow 24 hours for that invoice to come into your email, make your payment within 24 hours. If you're not going to utilize it, please notify them and let them know that you're not going to be utilizing that PAM service. Okay. All right, if there's no more questions, we'll be back here on Wednesday. If you need to go ahead and schedule a one-on-one, that information has been dropped in the chat. And then going forward, again, if you guys have any questions, drop them in the Facebook group, send your emails if you have any issues with the software to support@m2phenom.com. And we'll be back here on Wednesday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So I'll see you guys then. You guys have a good night.